Good morning, Flip Fam. How you doing? So, yesterday I was at a chat with Finding Gnosis. You know, it sounds kind of like a philosophical chat. It's some kind of how you say it, podcast or something. A discussion podcast, a YouTube channel, whatever. But anyway, I was there yesterday talking about Flat Earth because we got invited, you know, not just me, but several other people of 24 Flat Earth Discord, you know, and we got invited with the intent to talk about why flat earthers are flat earthers. So you would imagine that with some intelligence, when you get invited to such a thing with a pretentious name of a channel called Finding Gnosis, that the audience and the interviewer would apply the question why, as in someone is trying to understand the motivations. And I'm like, yeah, sure, you know, I'll have a chat. And I think within 5 minutes of that chat, it became a globe versus flat discussion. And I don't have to tell any flat earther how that goes. But it's all but philosophical, and it's all but truthful or factual. It's just a glober repeating the same old nonsense. And you know, I get it. Globers, they don't have the willingness to investigate what they believe or claim. Like, they kept hammering on about refraction. Then call up things like, yeah, but we got photos from space and airplanes and high altitude balloons. Not knowing what refraction is, and that lenses work on the basis of refraction, which I underhandedly did mention how it works. I underhandedly gave them everything they needed to sort it out, but they don't listen. They refuse to listen. And yes, I'm up in your face, you know, I'm in my normal rent close by. But the thing is, they don't understand the things they say and what they're talking about. Like the word refraction, they can repeat it 100 times. They don't know what refraction is. They don't know how it relates to, for example, video and photographic evidence. And that they have to apply that. Because refraction, in their words, is distorting things. Because we see too far. And that's due to refraction. And then they use tools to demonstrate the globe that are based on refraction, because that's what happens within the lenses of a camera. And they don't even understand it when you point it out. They don't know how it works, because they're just yelling buzzwords. And then, you know, the interviewer, yeah, that's all right, man. He just wants an enjoyable entertaining show. That's fine by me. But then you got the call-in guys, the guys that drop in, the familiars of the show. And I'm sorry, but you guys are pretentious pricks. Like, I was there until 1 a.m. Right now, here, I'm walking towards my work at 7 a.m. And I hung out in 24/7 Flat Earth Discord for at least another hour, maybe an hour and a half, just to ease down. I'm betting you guys are still lazy in your bed, watching your Bitcoin and trying to get fat on the labor of others. And you call that smart and wise. That kind of folk. Because they are so arrogant and pretentious. The moment you give them feedback, they run. The moment you give them a reply, they run. And if they don't run, they just scattergun. They just sea lion the shit out of you so you don't get a word in. That's typical Glover. And my simple question is, how come you don't have a conversation about the why and listening to the why and then try to find the method of thinking how we became and how the why started to dominate this life of a flat earther? No, all you do is attack it. That's not finding gnosis. That's just solidifying your own position based on the words of another and trying to ridicule them. That's not knowledge, that's stupidity. The show could have been Finding Nemo or Finding Stupidity, because that's what it is. Because you don't listen to what we say as flat earthers and evaluate what we say, because you don't even understand the meaning of the words you introduced into the conversation. I didn't introduce refraction. That's one thing I don't. And I explained why. Yet you hung up on it. And you always do. And if it's not refraction, it's some other appeal to authority or others did it. So finding gnosis means I outsource my knowledge and I trust it. Because that's what you do. Even with asking us why, you try to outsource knowledge and get information that you could obtain for yourself by just living and doing a simple test. And then you would understand. But you cannot understand because you want to sit on your lazy ass and do nothing and just have it presented on a golden platter. And I did. Because when you ask, why lie? I pointed it out to you. You're lost. You're lost in this world. Because you don't know the meaning of words. Because you run to someone else to explain it for you. You ask someone why, when why is a subjective thing. It's for every individual different. It's asking for motivation, reason. But you don't even understand the word reason or reasoning. Because once you get something that contradicts what you believe in, you get all triggered and hung up. That's upon you, that's not upon the flat earthers. We're not the ones saying, oh, you have to believe this. Oh, you have to trust this. No. We're out open for any critique, any testing of our words. But you aren't. You could be erroneous just by not doing something. Idle hands, idle minds. But anyway, I'm near work and I cannot work with my phone in my hand, so have fun. Much love.